Out in Pisa.
And maybe I could use a feature. Swagger like Caesar, I'll get you a visa. We can go to Italy and maybe see the Colosseum. I'll be Da Vinci if you be my Mona Lisa. Ha ha ha. Now smile. So pack your bags for good, baby. Because you'll be gone for a while.
In order to get into the team, we need to buy her ice cream. So the goal is to get her horny. Essentially, right? Is that what you're saying, Multi? The goal is to get Yin to be horny. You need to roll deep.
That's like me saying, Yin, you have nice feet. Like, what?
No,
that's
really
not.
Really?
No, it is. I'm a
It's a bit different.
It's a different sort of thing.
Oh my god! That scared the crap out of me.
This is what happens if you don't give me points.
You suck me. Oh my god.
Okay, have fun, continue. Good luck.
Not looking. Baby face. I'm not scared of trains, I love trains. I'm scared of trains that move on their own. Ah! Oh shoot. I didn't even know there's another option. What were the options? What were the options? Oh my god, liver soup. Were you going to get more ice cream? You guys are so mean. You guys are so mean. Oh, she's crying. She's crying. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me open up Fortnite. No one saw anything. Stay there. Back, beast. Back. Back. Oh my god. She's not happy. She's not happy. Oh my god. I'm trapped. Family Guy is fun. Oh!
Oh my god. Big Bird, breathe. Somebody call the ambulance. Oh my gosh. Poor Big Bird. Choking again. Oh my gosh. It's so painful to watch Big Bird go through that.
Uh. Well, that sucked. I was telling the truth. I was telling the truth, and that's what I get for telling the truth.
Nice, nice. It's just one left, one left. We can rush him. Oh, bigger.
Hello, everyone. You're all doing well. We are continuing with Danganronpa today. So it won't be too long of a stream, but should be fun. We're on the investigation of class thing number 2. Class trial number 2? Is that what it is? What do you mean by that, Byaki? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer a bit more precisely. I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think? You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
Nobody else it could be. Murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. But like a ghost attacking suddenly, they're slipping away before the police can catch up to them. What nickname did the internet give to this mysterious killer? Genocide Jack. You say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urgent legend. So could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. The words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't make.
Where I'd like to take you to some valid evidence.
It's all
I don't
clear.
to do with that like Chihiro. Ah, hey you two. Your children need your help.
I don't have time to play
Please
with.
live us love. It's an emergency, emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me. Sally.
Please.
This is a serious emergency, please, you gotta help me. Come down, can you?
I mean,
What happened?
well,
This is Haruno Toku, she's acting super serious. I mean, she was acting pretty serious earlier. No, yeah, Baki.
Very
This
strange.
Toku, I admit it, I'm on trees. Suppose we can take a second to see what's going on here. Are you sure?
Don't make me
Let me
repeat
repeat
myself.
myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you just say no, that'd be it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Where is he now?
Let's go.
Let's just head to the door so Douglas room looks like. Great. Hey. Douglas, that's some kind of emergency? Yeah, too slow. I think you're just too fast. What's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girl's locker room, Doug took her in her room so she could lay down. After a while, I came back to check on her, so she didn't. When we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We're talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Holy crap. Nora and negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing the gas out of me.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that
Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Ah, thanks, Pow Pow.
Leave me alone.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
There's actually someone there in the face. What was that? It actually took the whole time. I rang it a while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murder scene. Got a different monster. My God, trying to find the hardest monster. Yeah, I've seen you been on playing Minecraft lately. I had to leave her in the room once. I tried to bust on her door. Well, actually, was holding a show on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Scared enough to even bar her door. She thinks the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Josei Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Oh, it is. I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? This guy. Hey, Becca, do you think you could ask her? Remember?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Are you gonna talk to her, Becca? Wow, I guess you could be nice when you want to. Becca stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. 2 moments.
what do you want?
No, you're all so annoying. Bacula.
It's Byakuya.
It's Byakuya. I'm sorry, I could keep our promise. Don't worry, never again. I won't let Joseph Jack have control ever again. With that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't go off. What else we could do? Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toka talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. And I don't wish for delusion, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Tina take care of it. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
I'll wait for Byakuya sped away. Yeah, and I heard to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, he brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Hey, Keisha. Let me say it again. I like this game. I'm a big fan of Phoenix Wright, so... Oh, there's a coin. Nice. It kind of plays similar. I mean, it's not similar, but there are some similarities. So far, I'm enjoying it. I think I will play the others, but not anytime soon. Like, I put a break between them. You still haven't finished 3? No worries. Everyone tells me 2 is the best, so I can't wait. Yeah, okay, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Oh, there are so many books and files. There's so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I'll say there's no value in this place to endure the dust.
That's right.
As a report on presidential assassins, visuals kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified from the 30 years. Actually, I'm looking at it. So who's cross-secting my one up? Very sorry, dude. You left too? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library with him.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to use. Hey, a coin.
That's enough.
You have a favorite character? I guess I like the swimmer girl the most right now. Just because I've tried to talk to her the most. And I like, what's her name? Sakura. The really buff girl. Yeah. Oh, Kara! Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. How's it going? You know, numbers of the diet or something? I mean, what's real power? Secret Castle control for shadows. Buff girl. Yeah, Zach. Sorry. Yes, Kara. Oh, wrong daddy. She cool lady, yeah. I like Aoi because she eats a lot. She likes to eat. You're skinny, right? Am I? Let's let it go for now. There's someone think about stuff into the bookshelf. Guard surface all could occur. There's different cold cases here. Internal doctor, please. I like her, Toko, and main guy. Oh yeah, obviously main guy we like. Toko is kind of interesting right now. I straight up thought this was Persona. It looks very similar, but it's different companies. I switched to 2 2s and I hate myself. Everything? Ooh. Persona's so good, yeah. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. I'm pretty sure I clicked everything. You kinda wanna go back to Persona 3? Do it. Oh, so guys, I'm playing this. If you guys don't know, I've been playing this, and I've been playing Elden Ring. Once this game is done, I'm going to be playing a game called Martha is Dead. It's a scary-ish game. Bookworm gifted it to me. PvP on Elden Ring? No, that's okay. I don't feel like PvPing on it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Martha's Dead. And then after Martha's Dead done, I'm gonna be playing Pokemon Arceus. Since that won the next game thing. I warn you, that game is on some shit. It made me angry for some reason because, like, what, Elden Ring? You want to play together? Use my friend's Steam library on Elden Ring? Yeah, we can play together. I don't mind playing together. Oh, Martha's dead? Okay. I believe you, pal. And then once that's done, Pokemon Arceus is done, I'm gonna be playing Hector Hard Mode, Final Fantasy VII. I'm not far with that. I just beat Godfrey, the second main boss dude. You know the dude that cuts off his hand and makes it makes the second hand a dragon's head? Yeah, I just beat just beat that guy. I'm not very far either, but my guy's at level like 45. So I've been playing a lot off screen. I wanted to keep on screen stuff to as many boss battles as possible, and then leave the exploring and other stuff to off stream. I'm higher level than you, really? What am I missing?
That's right.
That just keeps selecting that box. Like, wouldn't you guys select the for these boxes? I'm just selecting. No. Oh, there we go. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Oh, there's some of the desk looks like there's something inside. I wonder what it was. There's an extension cord plugged in there. It'd be very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? So you found the beginning, I understand what you spend there with this library. The reason I was interested in the library is because of this one right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records. Things no ordinary person would ever see. You're ready to be Elden Ring by not playing it? That's fair. Is that right? This can't be free, right? That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality is labeled a lie. But it's not that. It's just, it's not like I told if you believe it, but there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show that just so much less Pikachu wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with his honest entertainment, keep us from getting bored. I'm so used, I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. You don't understand what they actually represent. You don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? Well, what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? Documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents more than once? All this has to be top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other
I already
words,
told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. I have within me the bloodline. Thank you, Clara. Appreciate it. But to become such a ruler, I must know levels of this world backward and forward. So whenever I have time, I'd like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. It's beyond believing and not believing. Yaki's actually scaring more than the actual mastermind. What has always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. But Kamichi, I just turned down Minecraft. Reading those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent material. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Yakuza grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. But there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. Again, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And second, that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Leave your surprise, the best part's yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, The only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. While the key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. The Genocide Jack really is such a brutal fiendish killer really is walking around amongst us? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation never become part of our little game. And don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. It's like him. You let me see it.
That's fine.
You didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Yakuya had me to fire. I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Oh wait, they have scissors. It looks like there's scissors, like, stabbed into them. There's no into it. Nothing appears there as a red. All the good cutters are killed and spent in exactly the same way. In the scene of every murder, the word left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results? All the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. Most time for killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. The killer has to be someone who likes scissors. Like Santa. What? At least I can visit the system astute. I would suggest that scissors. We were at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because the eyewitness never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. Nephews' behavior suggests a suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
Key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. I'm tired of another totally unbelievable story. This one was way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to Truth Below section of my hand. I'm not a killer, who could be caught?
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Oh, where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Oh wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where I part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Not just, like, all of a sudden like that.
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying establishments. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Looks like that he was gone. Just as quickly as he had me to join, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. Same time, I uncovered some really important clues next to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. That murderous fiend. One of us. Who is it? I have to find out, no matter what it takes. To do that, there's somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room, too. Theirs might have come with some info I might find useful about it. I need to find out everything I can. Let's... and save. So we need to go to Not the gym. Oh no, it is the gym. Okay. It does guns. You feel it's discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel.
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? You don't reveal that just yet. I guarantee that what I found him steal the killer's breast from him once. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time not there. What's it gonna be? Oh, is the poster gone? There was a poster here, right? A strange shade in the carpet. What is it? What's like a carpet with items you post? There's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somebody doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Nope. Poster. Sounds like it's that. Nothing there. Let's go check the girls' locker room. Yeah, see, this isn't the same. Oh, Kara, thank you for gifting a sub to Kicha. Oh man, that's very kind of you. Thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. Oh wow. Thank you. You guys are already too kind. You're very kind to me. I appreciate you guys a lot. To look at the poster again. Those most everywhere, but Big West Institute has pretty noticeable too. Girls locker room doesn't seem like the place for devices right there. Oh wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room. That's right. There's definitely something strange about this. Were they switched out? Girls locker room is supposed to have a popular boy band. The girls locker room was supposed to have a Big West Institute on it. They must have been switched. If they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe we should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Okay, maybe the murder took place in the men's room, and then they moved the body to everyone. A car buying subs for people, but won't buy me cocaine. Well, did you ask nicely, pal pal? Did you ask her nicely? Did you ask Kara, please buy me some cocaine? If you didn't, then I understand why she didn't get it for you. Yeah. I demand a wicked advantage. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're close to the 50 to talk about it. I need to get this return.
Of course.
Where's he going to get cigarettes? So serious in the bars will lock up his switch?
I'm sorry.
I can't say I never paid attention to posers I see.
However,
There's something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. Oh, hey, Jim. It's because he sniffs it off Zach's ass, so I'm not gonna buy it. Makes sense. How are you, Jim? Kara and Zach and Pow Pow and Keisha are having a good time. Chat. Yeah, protein coffee. In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercise. I mean, Zach's house is perfect for it. The other day, I spilled some on the carpet. The girls' locker room and left a stain. Stain? I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean if there was never stain here to begin with? Oh, this was switched out too. Wow, they went through the trouble of switching out the mats. And... Okay, I'm getting it. Hi, Jim. Okay, have you made any progress in your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. So I live in Arkham Asylum in Minecraft now. I sleep in Poison Ivy's room after killing Thomas the tank engine for it. What the heck? What kind of mod are you playing? Guess I'll take a little look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her handbook. Take a look at the body again. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of dead body has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these sisters together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that out, there's a certain place we need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay, so... yeah, she wasn't stabbed. She was hit in the head. All the other Genocide Jack victims were stabbed. Stabbed in the abdomen and in the wrists. Do you see anything
I'm
else?
sorry.
No. He's probably not going to say anything different. Oh, that's to the pool. let's go to let's go back to the library. Oh, we're already on this floor. Is that right? Red rum. How are you, Freaka? Oh, the lamp's back out. Oh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. That score isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it definitely right here. That's why Bianco's using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Sleepy? I would be sleepy, but before I went on stream, I exercised a bit. So I have a bit more energy than I normally would. So that's a good thing. Okay, I guess I can't. I just have to. Somewhere I need to check. Oh, over here. Okay, that doesn't... I think they're just on top of the desk. There's some kind of clue here, I guess not. What else do I need to look for? There's no leave, so... Still more I need to check. What do I still need to check? I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Oh, Cloud, thank you for giving a gift sub to Freaka. I appreciate it. Thank you. And to Jim, thank you so much. Sorry, you're too kind. Thank you so much. Oh. Guys, I don't know what I need to do. It says that I haven't found everything yet. Oh boy. Papa, next on the gift sub race. Yes, they're Mad Labs. No. Oh my god, Cara, what are you doing? Thank you for gifting a sub to Zach, to Duck Drumon, and to Reaver. That's too much. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. Oh no,
I'm trying. Okay.
Say ooh.
No, I'm not gonna go that far.
Come on.
What do you think this is?
Come on, say ooh.
Papa, yeah.
How do you mean? Put my hand in my mouth like this? Like this?
Not you, but. I'm supposed to cook this. Thanks for shouting out Pow Pow Jim. Zach, thank you for gifting a sub to Pandora. Nice.
Giddy up, Buttercup.
What in the world?
Giddy up! This is as fast as it goes. Oh my god! I'm better off running.
You're
Should
playing.
I stay on the horse?
Play Skyrim.
This is gonna.
Oh man. Thank you guys so much. You guys are very kind. Soybean, hello. Is the tiny horse spawn? Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on here? Why is it? You guys don't have to gift any more subs. Please don't. I appreciate the love. But please save your money. Please save your money. And Soybean, how are you today? I don't know where else to look, guys. I thought I looked everywhere. Yeah. A little tired? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm doing alright. I was mentioning to chat, I did a little exercise before I Oh, someone took the file. That's why I wanted us to so I have a little bit of energy today. Afterwards. You're hella grinding? What are you grinding right now, Jim? Triangle strategy or something else? Okay, now it lets me leave. Okay. I was like Oh, you are playing triangles. Okay. Triangles in the sky. Hey, it's a Bronco Day. The tree from the river, then we turn around and put up a wall. Moving through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. Baby is sleepy. Let's introduce us. Want to play. Always wanna go, but you never want to stay. Play, but you never wanna lose. Oh my god, he scared the crap out of me. I don't want to talk to you for scared after scaring me like that. There we go. Yeah. Trash. I wanted to find first 4 doors. Oh, it's next to the dining hall. Okay. Les, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live for life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply of treats. I think about, have you found anything related to the case? I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought about talking about the warehouse itself, but it was direct to you. But I see it was pointless. And you did find something. Very well, I'll tell you and only you. Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really? It was right before nighttime. What are you doing
out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
How she keep her hair swirly? No idea. She took the jacket to her back in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. Swirly hair.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it appears she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken that rule, none of this would ever have happened. This ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. I feel like that would hurt after a while. Especially she went to the girls' locker room late at night and ordered exercise without anyone knowing. Strange thing is, there's no trace of the jacket or duffel bag Celeste saw that she saw Chihiro carrying. I mean, the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste the Casper added a truth boat section of your handbook. Alright. Let's go checklist. Tina, how's Choco doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Choco is not exactly pleasant. I was so worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. She didn't really hang out with the other girls much. She was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. So even though if I Chihiro to exercise with her, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
It was true. It wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around their own sex, but totally fine with opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I think so. I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Ding dong, bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right?
Yeah.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
How many that was in the game because I have FNAF mobs in Minecraft too. The door's right through here. Oh boy. God, the music is so... Just save first. Thank you, Frika. This is yeah. I already do what? Binary, I'm missing someone.
Yo.
No, Toko's not here. And Toko is? You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, I'll go ahead and drag her out the screen. Just one moment, please. Just like that, a few minutes later. We're here, dragging Toko behind me. Something I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe we drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Now everyone's here, right? Okay then, let's go on to the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Alright, good guys. Trying to find out who weren't killed Chihiro. Never had any problems with her. Someone made a choice to kill a girl like that? You killed her, Frika! How could you? And the murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. The way to work, show us how far your logic can take. So I was on this one. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I don't think mere shock is enough to explain. What are you talking about? What's got her so worked up? Which was Yusaki, I estimated for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. I don't know why the killer did what he did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, Pro?
Shall we go?
Well, I will uncover the village before such heinous acts on the weaker individual. You ready? We doing this? So, you have to do this.
True.
Yes. Yes, no, not a reply. One last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator with shaky legs. When you step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a hand on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Steelbox sinks with heavy clinking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay, then, let's get the show on the road. Come on, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, deadly class trial. So you. Shoot bullets. We have a lot of bullets here. That's good. Got a lot of ammunition. Resistant very much in this part. Two a.m. There goes locker room. Yeah, I have 2 skills set. Focus on movements.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Let's go. First, we have to make clear what was being used to deliver fatal blow. Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
I forgot how to deconcentrate. Oh, space key.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed.
No, they didn't, Pow Pow.
Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Yes. Please. First, to make lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. White noise. Your true bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in the debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer. You can use to shoot down the white noise. Just shoot an extra mark sensor instead of the white noise. Amulet will decrease. Take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise is going to appear at all. I think I'm at normal. Which means you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. So shoot your friends, got it. Yeah. Well, good luck and have fun.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
You do have proof.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Why was it need?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust.
It's actually bloodlust.
Do you guys have boob lust?
Important is the other characteristic, and it's something that is
How I know you have boob lust, right?
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The position of the body. No. How the victim was positioned. That's the only one that makes sense here.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie! What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
The riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. This is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right?
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
To do with her behavior. Her behavior changed. She arrived late, she faded. No, her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, yeah. Was that dead body here? Are you dead? She hit her real hard when she fainted. What else the front and back, the top, the and the bottom? See the truth and the web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she says completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yep. Seems to be the case.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
So I couldn't keep my promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Jeez, she's really into
I
it.
hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. Large thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second. Whoa.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is Murder Scene, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true? Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said, I need to get some more details about all of this.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we
No!
need? Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident,
The modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
This is clear different.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is how Ash was suspended. Those of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims are stabbed through their hands. With Lisa's suspender, the scissors.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Didn't fit it. There's every victim will notice this. Oh, they're all guys. She's the only girl.
I got it! because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
10 Harada, 32 Tetsuhiko, 17 Shojigaku, 23. Those are all guy names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the movie side of me just hates it! But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man-madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Hey, Dragon, how's it going, buddy?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah.
I know I am having a good night
That's
so
why
far.
we
Thank you,
figured it
God.
had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Well, there's only one other person that knew about it other than me.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack files before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
No way, no worries. Rain or no rain, I'm happy to see you.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all? Oh, I'm on fire!
She's
What's
going
your
crazy.
response? I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
The research locker is like, down.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
It's really good. It's like court casey, looking for evidence, talking to people. It has a sort of Persona vibe too. I like it so far. It's pretty long though. Truth flashback. Aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button. You don't memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single. If you shoot a shoot bullet, it will disappear from your choose to. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction, you're allowed to shoot bullets. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot. Use that to make your case. What's the best type of flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I'll say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you?
Maybe I just thought it should be just a quick contradiction there. Does this make sense how we could have known before we do it? Yeah, contradiction.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No.
So of course I would suggest we check the
I was gonna
girls'
say,
locker room first.
I was trying
There
to
was
waiting
no
along
time
these
for pointless distractions.
like my new laptop, grab a
What's
single
so
I'm intended to
strange
use after
about
that. I started playing Final Fantasy X again for some reason. I think I saw that. Okay, now I have to shoot the first one.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
No?
Shoot!
Dang it.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Do I...
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I don't know what to do.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no
Doesn't
time
seem
for
right.
pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found
That's
the
not
body.
him.
Shoot!
I don't know how to. Alright, thanks for like Dragon. I don't know what to do. I'm running out of time.
So, you said
I
Byakuya
keep
was
thinking
acting
this
kind
is
of weird
it.
before we found the body. But he was acting
But it won't let
weird.
me shoot it.
How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
Oh, the victim was a girl. I didn't see that.
So, you said Byakuya was acting
Nope,
kind
that's
of
not what I
weird
wanted to
before we
do.
found the body.
Shoot!
Yeah.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
if you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Nope, that wasn't it either.
Shoot!
What does it do? Okay.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was but he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker,
That's a natural reaction for... The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girl. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl,
That's a natural reaction! The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolute... That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No!
Finally, Jesus. I was like, why is this not working?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Byakuya's attitude. It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. How they were killed. Evidence proves big as are supposed to do. I believe this.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No,
That's why.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something going on with it. Scene of the crime. It was switched.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, way back here, and never realized the actual crime scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's
Gotta
see
show the proof. The posters. It's gotta be the posters and the mat. Sakura's, so. First we gotta show the posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
Carpet.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Hey, is she already gone from the boys' locker room tomorrow?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, just one of them. You had to use it. The supposed are so much That's
No,
awful without
I
when
don't
our
think
son was on the
Chihiro
house
used
room.
Leon's handbook.
Jeez.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked us, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
She was still in the girls' locker room. Jack was the one who did it, really? Still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
Girls' locker room? Or supposed to see.
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You have to check the room.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
This is one of his class has a super how to
No,
figure
it's
it out
okay.
before.
I think
Oh,
Chihiro
nice.
would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
She's crazy.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Here I go.
They'll show you out
I'm
through
sorry,
15
Chihiro.
soon.
Please excuse the intrusion.
Oh, really? Put your hands together and replay Sakura them again to quietly.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is...
Yeah, I thought so.
What is this?
She's really a guy, right?
What is it?
She's really a he.
Not possible.
They've hinted at it.
Possible.
Saku's eyes are staring wildly at Chihiro's life as her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
So she.
Yeah, it was hinted at, and I'm like, that's probably a reason.
Thank you for confirming this fact.
Because they said she didn't want to, or he didn't want to exercise with the other girls. I was more comfortable talking with the guys.
Then, it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yeah, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then,
Okay.
resume the class trial.
Okay. Stop. Shut up, Monokuma.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact
Okay,
is,
so
Chihiro was not
the body
a
was
girl,
found in the girls' locker
but a
room,
boy.
but the murder took place in the guys' locker room, meaning Chihiro didn't need anybody else's ebook. He could have just used his own. So the killer was another guy. Only guys can enter the room and enter the thing with her. In the locker rooms. So they're trying to frame it on one of the girls, but it's really one of the guys. So it's either this haired dude, long haired dude, Byakuya, Hifumi, or me, my character. Obviously it's not me. I don't think it's Byakuya. This is the way he's been acting. So it's either Hifumi, this guy, or long hair guy. I don't think it's long hair guy. Something tells me it's not him. So it's either this guy or Hifumi. It's gotta be this guy then, because Hifumi was totally shocked that it was a guy, and they didn't show his reaction. See that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought never even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
So there was no borrowing of ebooks at all in this case.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yeah, because they were dead.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're
She
the
is
killer,
crazy.
remember?
very
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've...
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
She's my character, not just because gotcha.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Are you fucking with us right now? No, I'm not effing with you right now. Oh, man.
I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think you're seriously gonna keep going. We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore because if we're wrong...
That's true.
Damn straight.
Do you not have a mind?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group.
That's very...
Our lives are...
Excellent. Then shall we
Don't even sure we know what the killer. He was able to get next to the real murder scene, which means killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But still not enough, we need to find some more clues.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
Celeste saw the victim.
The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's not true. Celeste saw her in the warehouse.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who...
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
This track jacket really has to clue about the killer. So it's really hard to believe.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
How did you know it was blue, buddy?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
How did you know it was blue, buddy?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Hey, Ian. How did you know it was blue? I was throwing a track jacket to a duffel bag. Then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket.
How did you know it was blue, buddy?
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Uh-oh. You in trouble now, man. I got you. I got you.
Who are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Royal blue? Yeah. Ian, how's it going?
Because I just...
I got you, son.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about... So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
Got the jacket to your bag.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Just scaring you?
If you just
You're
ran
not
into
turned
it
on?
briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was talking, right?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm...
Jeez, is your confidence?
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
There's gotta be Chihiro's then, right?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
The dumbbell? Did he use the dumbbell to hit it?
Precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Yeah, but hitting its weak point. Like, literally hitting it. With
You
the
already told us
dumbbell,
before
maybe?
that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh, he was in the freaking sauna.
I flippin' knew it! You knew it? Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the
Yeah. He was in the freaking sauna with the other dude.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange.
So that's
how you get
Mondo's
burned,
then.
huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge. Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but I don't know of anyone who...
I might know someone who did. Whoa! I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was... Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I don't want to believe it either, but I have something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Well, let's check that out then, buddy.
No, that's wrong.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
She was waiting. She noticed, that. She stuffed it in, ran off. And then she walks in here. Try way. Lock the door? Is that what that is? I know that's been picking up here. Poster here. Okay. Hold that up. Oh no, no, okay, this is where the notebook falls. I would think. Did I already put that? I haven't put it yet. But here it is. Right here. Yakuya came in, got a dead body. He couldn't reopen the door. He wrote the bloodlust. Yeah, oh, he went to go get rid of... Okay, he hadn't moved the body yet. Because this is still... Body's still in the men's locker room. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna start from the beginning. This was kind of hard. This was kind of difficult. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, Act 1. Celeste sees him. It's gotta be the tracksuit. She runs off. She goes in. She walks into the boys' locker room, or he walks in. She sees him. Says hi. He goes to put it in the locker. Gil has the dumbbell in his hand. Picks it up and hits him. So it hits, the blood hits, splatters on the poster, some of it drips off. He kills him. And then on the ground. Act 3. This is cleanup, right? So... Yeah. This is him putting it down, so this has to be him. No, I'm not reenacting yet. He picks her up. And then it drops, right? Oh, no. What's the white one? Is that the guy's? No. That can't be it. Because his thing was found in the locker room. He takes that off. Picks her up. They're still in the girls' locker room at this point. Oh no, this isn't. What if I know some of these are wrong. Some of these are incorrect. Or it's locked, so use the key on that. Then you get in. Are you putting the poster back? Yeah, it has to be the poster because he moved the posters. And the rugs at that point. Right, because this is the girls' room now. The girls' room wouldn't have this poster. Then in walks Yakia. With the extension cord. It was already open, at least up there. And then he picked her up, tied her with the extension cord, took some of her blood, painted Bloodlust. Act 5. I don't know about these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Okay, this has no relevance. This doesn't. I don't think, unless this could go here. That doesn't seem right though. This doesn't seem right either. This doesn't seem to be part of it. So it's this. This and this. Oh, he's throwing it. Oh my god. I was like, what? I don't understand what this is. He's throwing the handbook and it's landing inside. Okay, this is the sauna. So that has to be it then. Because no one had difficulty going in and out of the door. That really only need to be moved easily. The blood. Yakia brought the rope. Just moved the body. I don't understand why he killed him now. That's why I don't understand. Like, what was the motive? Just an easy kill? Take advantage of an easy person to kill? Okay, this has to be it. This has to be it now.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
God damn it. Okay. Okay, so it's not that. It has to be that then.
Here's exactly what happened.
There we go. Okay, so that was a steam room,
Around
okay.
the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the Sarn. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Yes. Every time in nega time? What? Okay, bullet time will you press the space key. Every time I was right, and the tempo will be forced to its max. So even if you push the buttons at random, you will miss. To push very much will not straight up. So that's what your focus key from the house with rest please. Well, you got this class for nega time that you're focusing. They turn the bullet time out. Several more will disappear. Just shouldn't happen. If your action just goes this.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
Failed? You failed. No.
Is this... I refuse to give up yet.
But it just caused me to lose, then. I was getting combos, but I still lost.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
No! How long did they have it for?
I refuse to give up yet.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Nice. Oh.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What? Unbelievable.
No, I know you killed someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Now then.
Looks like Mom's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The murder this time is a sad story of two men. Well, for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward to next. Anyway, there's once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy, but no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, but was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak,
Weak, weak, weak, weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Most of killing him had begun here at school. He had no choice but to accept his facts. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's most embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, that would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. If I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. So, that day he had made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person this secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. That it sure was. The Biker King fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't it that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep it secret?
Because
everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once I started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? I'm right here to talk to him why I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what Trigger did, after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is a height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? An embarrassing memory. A secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own... What? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle team. Before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. When Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the game from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Would someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just...
stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. The worst he knew was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang going. This is the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He'd never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became an explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as the killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. It's just all the good I've been carrying around, it would have all been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with kind of fuzzy uneasiness. Just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself to a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. Why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would. Right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was... jealous. Jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It's the kind of strength I'd never had, so I was jealous of him. My jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub failure in my face? I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
Chihiro.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. His moment so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was the secret. Weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him so cold. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory? I feel like he killed another living being, human, in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The black one that deserves a piece will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now
then,
I
I
prepared
prepared
a very special punishment.
Armando Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I said, wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
So sad. Age of Death. What is happening? Thank you for the hydrate, Papa. Mondo butter. Jeez. Turn them into butter. Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happened. Taco's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This isn't even another game. Yeah?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response. Except
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mundo's crime?
What?
Why? Is it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, motionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
You ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Well, I
done.
particularly don't care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room. This is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girl's locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What?
You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I had seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. Did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing my jokes at Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But
damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, we would have been dead too, right? Obviously, I would have revealed the truth before I reached out. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked at me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable somebody, never did, I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I know now who I have to watch out for.
Correct.
That was the reason. You satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
You.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment is just despair. It's not just for you. All this punishment, all despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. I'm sure I meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean? Grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and everything will be revealed to me. I'm a noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think it's time of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Yeah, I would never stoop to the level of a child's school. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, here, I'm going to find you and kill you.
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tokugami family, which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting
Ooh, it's so cool. It's like you're a main character of a video game or something. No trash round for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Ooh, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was a kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in a hell, and more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there.
Is that handsome Squidward? I don't know.
I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I don't know who that is, but... We're done with chapter 2. 10 students left. Out of the original 15. It's two of a kind, I got an achievement.
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore.
Oh no, don't tell me she's gonna die now.
Getting out of here anytime soon? It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Don't think that way. No, you're a good girl. Yes, donuts. Eat your donuts. These donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, crinkle donuts, malasadas.
Okay.
Donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for bringing my time. I know how many donuts are absolutely necessary.
Huh?
That's salmon. I'm kind of scared. It's coming from the bathhouse?
But...
Super scared, but... Is someone there? Restoration Legend, stand tall, galactic hero. Morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone met up in the dining hall, just like always. I expected to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but... Today's connection with sex with Toko and Baki still refused to show up. I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. There's some with her, so take it easy in your room for today.
Oh!
Very unusual for her, knowing she's so full of energy. Exactly what makes you worry.
So then...
So it's just the 7 of us then? Looks that way.
How about that?
Sounds like this, where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang.
Impossible.
Or not. I guess instead of words, is everything that happens. I'm looking at this facial again, something like this. I feel because I'm not. You know, I'm just gonna... I was gonna try to get through this, but I'm just gonna end it. so I know what's happening when I continue this tomorrow. So I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here on the stream. Appreciate it. Get you. Thank you for being here. Let's see, who can I raid? I can raid my buddy Nemi. He's playing Elden Ring right now. Kicha is playing Final Fantasy Tactics. You guys want to go see Kicha? Or I could go to Drewmine. He's playing Golf with Friends. I don't know. Who do we go to? The Necro's playing Elden Ring. Everyone's playing Elden Ring. Alright. We'll go ahead and read Nemi. Or Kicha. Alright, let's go read Kicha. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I should be. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll probably play this. I'll probably play this until I do the. I'll probably do the case. I'll probably do the free roaming and the investigation, and then I'll probably play some Fortnite after or some Elden Ring after. And I like to save the class trial for a different stream, the actual trial, because that trial took me 4 hours to do, 3 hours, pretty long. Obviously I messed up a bunch of times too, but what are you gonna say? Anyway, that's for you non-subscribers out there. And here's for you, those of you who are. Trials can be long. That's usually a good way to break it up. Yeah, I figured. So tomorrow will probably just be free roaming and investigation, and then the trial will be its own on probably Friday. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, bye.
Whoa. Hey, yo, Big Bird! Hey, welcome, Raiders! Ah! How you doing? Check out Big Bird. He's been playing the Danganronpa. Sometimes Fortnite. Some RPGs. How does the stream go?
So for me, you guys are all
because
you guys are all left or right for me.
Okay, so
Did you finish chapter 2?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, check him out. He's a really cool streamer, guys. If you guys haven't checked him out.
Big Bird, the other way, man.
No, but
that makes no
he's
sense.
a really fun streamer.
On my screen, yes, I can actually over here.
Fuck off.
Look, no, Big Bird and I have.
Oh snaps! What do you
Okay,
think
I'll
of
go
it?
Jimmy go to the other one.
I'm Kicha, guys. I play a lot of RPGs and variety games. have you played this game? Wait, that's you, right? Wait. Is it an enemy? I can't tell who's who. Oh my god. Wait, who's that? Oh, that's E.T. Oh my god, I'm blind as a bat, man. we go. Huh? Oh yeah, no, right. That game gets crazy each time of each chapter. Man. Long time ago? Oh, man.